Let's say you're dating a man who is loving, considerate, but his only problem is that he's rarely gifting you. And there's your friend whose boyfriend is always giving her gifts. You might start perceiving your boyfriend as less generous. This is what we call the prospect theory, in which Daniel Kahneman stated in his book Thinking Fast and Slow, which I highly recommend you read in this year 2025. He stated that everything that we compare, we use a reference point. For example, if your boss was paying you 50k and it increases your salary to 60k, you will be happy because you're comparing it to the 50k which you were receiving initially. But if you get to know that your colleagues are actually getting 70k, you will be dissatisfied with your current pay because your reference point shifted from the 50k which you were initially receiving to the 70k which your colleagues receiving. This is something that happens daily in life. For example, you might be staying in a single room, but when you realize that your friends are actually staying in a double room or driving a better vehicle, you'll be dissatisfied. So if you're not contented with what you always have, you will never be happy in life. We often tend to put our reference point with things that actually don't matter. For example, if you're not happy, is your happiness stemming from your actual situation or from comparing yourself with others? This is what actually happens in life. Until you start comparing your life with what life you used to live before, you shall never be happy. For example, some of us are living lives of things we prayed for earlier. What you're living now is as a result of something you prayed for earlier. So instead of comparing yourself with people, compare yourself with your earlier self. Your earlier self, the kind of life you have been living before and kind of life you are living right now. That is when you'll be able to appreciate the progress you have in life.